Alright guys, we're back. Got the glass grinder set up, so we'll be doing some light grinding today. We finished up the glass cutting and it wasn't as perfect as I wanted, so there's going to be a little bit of time spent on this. We are doing a timed project right now, so we want to see how long it would take to make this entire project. That way we can figure out the cost, the time, and then also how much we want to charge for it. So let's get going on this. I already got it filled up, and yeah. So glass grinder is obviously a nice thing to have. I think it saves time, certainly. If you are trying to make something like this to sell and you don't have a glass grinder, I don't think it would be a wise thing. You want at least you just want a glass grinder to move things ahead much quicker. So, that way you're not sitting there with the stone. And some of these are actually really good. I saw that piece right there. I didn't even need to really grind it, but I think it was worth running it through at least a little bit. What it does is kind of roughens up these edges, and then it helps for the copper foil to stick a little bit better. So that didn't take much time at all. Since I have it out, might as well do it. Okay, but like that right there. That wasn't that straight, so that was a thicker piece. And I am moving at a bit of a quicker pace. Not trying to stall at all, but I am moving at I would say not much faster, but a little bit faster than usual. I'm going to tell you guys something about the grinder later on too. This new bit that I have. Kind of a new setup. don't think I talked about it at all yet. So maybe I could tell you guys that later on, but maybe not while we're trying to concentrate on all this stuff. Okay. Doing good. Now these are all straight cuts. Pretty normal. I see some of the parts here, the spots here, lines aren't straight. Clean that up real easy. These diamonds are pretty good. They came out really straight. So again, just like passing through real fast. Not taking off material, just roughing it up. Okay. You know what I did forget? I forgot to time us. That's crazy. But I'll look back at the video. That's crazy. I have a problem. Grinder's so good. Okay. All right. That was pretty good. So now what I want to do is just I'm going to wipe some of this stuff off. All right, let's do this. I got to pick up I got to start that timer. I'll record that the grinding session too. I completely forgot to push the start. That's, I don't know, always something I'm going to forget, you know. So this is a alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and I'm just cleaning off the glass particles and whatever's coming off of the glass here. This will really wipe it clean, get those edges ready, and you know, running it through the glass grinder is very nice, just to have a little rough edges here for, you know, our project, for the copper foil here. Okay. And normally at this point I would have dunked all the pieces in water, kind of rinse everything off and then dry it up. It could be just with water, but I felt like, you know, I could do it maybe quicker doing it this way, you know, so trying to see if we could save time. It might be all the same, but then I'd have to prep the water. And for sake of the video too, you know, I could have like brought this in a tray into the kitchen and then just quickly rinse it off. Drying it's going to be the same thing, you know, so this is effectively the same. I don't think this saves or helps with the timing. speed of it. I'm not sure. But you can wash it, you can use alcohol. Just wipe it off. Okay. And we only have a few pieces here too, so not a big deal. Yeah, maybe if you had a lot, it might be something, you know. Was it over here? Blue over here? Trying to hope I remember where the heck all this stuff goes. We'll still have to mess with it and foil it again, but I'm trying to remember. I had it, you know, had some parts of it. That's why you number things too, right? You want to number stuff so you know what goes where, but I guess for this one, you can kind of, I can go, can still mix it up. And I don't have it exactly perfect, the pieces where they go, you know, so trying to remember. I had this purple piece over here, like that. Oh yeah, and this one was, probably could have been flipped right there. Okay, all right. Okay. Now that's out of the way, we got to do some copper foiling, so let's go ahead and move right into it. I will be doing silver again, like that. So let's go ahead, grab our roll. I got this timer just kind of counting down the background. Yeah, it's a rush now. It's no longer like the slow, enjoyable, fun process. I mean, it's still enjoyable, but it's not as enjoyable because now it's like, oh man, I can't stall or take time to just enjoy the work. So I think that's the difference, because I am trying to like show you guys exactly, you know, if we're going through this, you don't want to just sit here and like start talking about some stuff and then come back into working again, you know, where I think most of the time that's kind of how it's been. And I don't want to lose my train of thought and stuff and focus on this too, so it's like yeah, there's a lot to consider when you're just working. I guess it'll be like auto mode, you know, as you do this often, and you're just sitting there like, okay, this is the next step, move on to the next thing, and you've done this project before. You know, like right now I can talk easily, like copper foil. It's not new or anything, but there are some steps where I have to concentrate and think about it or focus on it. Like even the taping of this, trying to tape it. You know, I want to tape it so it looks good, nice and even. Yeah, you'll probably find yourselves doing the same thing, like doing a little bit more concentration on this stuff. If you're trying to sell it. or if you're timing yourself at least. Okay. Well, I'm happy we got to this point. At least we're moving along like pretty good. And the tape is sticking, so roughing up those edges is worth it. Not even gonna check that. I don't have time to check. Okay, my phone just went black right now, so. That's kind of good because I don't get to see the timer anymore. So we had 40 minutes earlier doing the glass cutting. I don't even know what the grinding part was, but we'll add that in. This right now has been maybe close to 10 minutes? I don't know. Maybe not. It was at like 5 something. Well, I mean way back earlier. It was 5 something before I started this copper foil part. Some of this glass is thicker than others. This one, this clear one, a little bit thicker. And I'm using the same foil size, so it's like barely wrapping. I think it'll be okay, but it's giving me, yeah, it's gripping on it less. Okay, dang. Felt like that took a little bit longer than normal. And by doing the silver, we'll be saving one step, big step, the patina. So we're basically eliminating that step, no patina. We'll leave everything silver. Plus I think I like it I would like it to be silver for this project anyways, but you know, these are things you can think about. If you want to add patina, you got to add the cost of it, the time cost. So at least silver is, so you know, now you know, silver is like the easiest, oh man, freaking getting a lot of text in here. I think I can ignore that. I'm gonna finish up the foil right now, just because while we're recording it right now, I don't want to pause in the middle. Those texts can wait. My family can wait. I'll get back to them. I forgot, usually sometimes I come in here and I don't turn on the phone, like airplane mode even. Just so there's no interruptions for one, and then, you know, for the recording, you're not supposed to be hearing like the alerts and stuff, you know? So I'm sorry for that. Let's hope they don't keep texting either. It's not an emergency right now. Okay. All right, doing good. Feeling good about it. Set up that grinder pretty quickly, so I don't think there's anything to, you know, add up for the time on that. Easy stuff. Man. You guys ever get the text in and it's the same text, like it rings, it chimes again just because you don't read it, but it's the same text, like nothing new has come up and it's the same text or same alert. I think that's what's going on. It's not necessarily a new one that gets added, but or gets sent and received, but it's like the same one, but the phone wants to kind of remind you again. I feel like that's happening. I'm not sure. I think that's what's happening. I don't know. Lucky we're on this step where I don't have to concentrate too much on it. I can actually talk. And actually, this is probably the only step that I feel comfortable talking while I do this, because I know there's not too much to it. Once you get it lined up, you're just kind of working it in, you know, so it feels good. It's like I feel a little bit more relaxed versus like the glass cutting part. That was a little stressful, trying to time and make sure the cut is right. Like this part, you gotta pay attention. You know, some people can do things, multitask, do a whole bunch of stuff at once. I don't think I can do that. I thought I could. Put that on my resume. I don't think I'll do that anymore. Let me say, cannot multitask. I can hardly concentrate on one thing. But you didn't hear that. But yeah, if I focus on something like this, it's great because I can just focus on that one thing. Meaning like doing stained glass work, and I can come in the garage and I can just be here, you know, for a long time, and that's a good thing. But I forget about everything else. So that's kind of my problem. Okay. All right, doing good. This will be done in no time. I just want to see what 17 minutes. 17 minutes from the cleaning. And what, just a couple of minutes probably for the grinding. So at least 20 minutes so far. So altogether an hour right now in our process to get to this point. Hour something, I'm sure. I'm really curious to see how, if this sells, and I feel like it's a good product, it can work out, then, I want to keep making it, possibly, and get better at it, and then see how long that takes for the next one, the next ones. Because again, I've never really made things multiples of stuff. And then get it all down. Like, let's cut 30 triangles all at once, same color, something like that, I am making sure that the foil is wrapping really good. So I'm not skipping out on these steps. I will continue to make it as good as I can. The lining it up part. If it's not straight, I'm going to have to redo it. Quite a tedious process, just a repetitive process, Once I feel comfortable with this step. There's nothing like weird about it. The shapes, they're all straight, regular shapes. Even curves, you can do it just the same. Folding everything. It all comes together. It's just these notches are really nice on this here. Okay. All right, 1, 2. Well, those big diamonds, I have to do that. I think a better way for me to break it down on this part, it's actually not the timed, like I put a timer right now, so that's that recorded number. But I'm probably going to break it down per step. Like I'll have a breakdown per step for you guys after looking at the video, seeing the exact time for each of the steps. Lost that recording a little bit. But yeah, so we'll have the steps broken down. So I think that would be good. Have it so you'll know, like, okay, the cutting part took this long, and it's good for me too, but then you'll see like the cutting steps took however long, and the grinding part this much time, and now we're moving to the foiling time. soldering time will be the longest, I believe. Will be the longest time. So I anticipate that to be like almost the same time as all this right now. Hope not, but you know, soldering time is going to add up very quickly. Okay. There's some funky stuff going on with the foil. So I'm going to cut it. This is where the overlapping kind of shows a little too much, so I'm going to rip that off. Okay. Alright, so that's fine, but you got to do it. If the tape doesn't look good, that solder goes on top of it, it's going to show. So, all right, good. Move on to the diamonds. I was thinking, another thing you shouldn't, I mean, for me too, is expectations of it selling. And also expectations of how much it's going to sell for. You know, like, oh yeah, this one for sure is going to sell at $100, $200, or whatever the number you want. I'm going to try to not have expectations on that. You know, and if it does sell, if I don't have the expectations going in, maybe I'll feel better about it. Selling eventually at whatever thing. Or if it doesn't sell at all, like, I mean, I guess it'll sell. There's always a price. There's always a price. Okay. Oh yeah, people got rollers sometimes for this. Special rollers for copper foil. So they think, I mean, that it's useful, it saves time. I haven't tried these rollers. I think what I'm doing is pretty effective, but that could save time too, and it's like super fast, and you're doing a whole bunch of pieces, and it helps out. Like, that's something to think about. Something that I haven't explored, I haven't tried, so maybe something to consider too. I'm curious too, how much faster is it? What kind of time does it save? Like what I'm doing right now, would I have been done with it? Would that have been it? Just one swipe, and done? I don't know. You guys have used the rollers, let me know. Okay. Doing great. So I'd say this is like as fast as I could comfortably foil something. I'd probably even chill out a little bit more, honestly, if I were not trying to time it. I'd just make it, and eventually just want to be able to just make it, take my time on it, and then once it's done, just say, yeah, that's the price, that's what I want for it. You know, that's how it should be. I'm trying to come at it as like, you know, to really get like a baseline for things. And really, so you would also be able to see it like realistically. What is it going to take? How much time is it going to take to make something like this? You know, stained glass is tough. It's not an easy thing. The steps are easy. I think it's just like the process of it. Once you get it down, it's just very repetitive, and it's more of a, you know, like you just want to spend time with it. If you gotta like it, you gotta want to be here for it. You have to just enjoy being with the class, man. Like, and I think I don't do that enough. Like, just make it just to make it. Even sometimes, like, without the videos, without having to record. Honestly, you know, I'll probably do that soon too, just to be off camera, make some projects. But usually it's like, if I don't do it, then weeks go by and I don't have anything new to show. So there's a lot of things, for me anyways, what I'm doing on the channel. So, you know, it's all part of it. Okay, very nice. Well, this can be both. Can go either side. Okay, let's leave that last one for last. This stamped piece right here. I forgot what it's called. Should I ever look it up? Maybe one of you guys would know. That flowery stamp on the glass. If you know, you can let me know. Or did we already cover that? Oh, I remember there was a... Oh, it's a different piece of glass, I think. Right? It wasn't that one. Oh, man. See, I don't have a good memory either. That's why I tell you guys, you gotta comment a lot, because, you know, then I'll remember. The more I see you, the more I'll remember you. I already remember a good couple of you already too, just from these like last, you know, this year, these videos. It's kind of nice I get these comments. From the same people, same crew, same ones hanging out here. So thank you. All right. Also, shout out to my neighbor. My neighbor watches. It's very cool. And I never, I think we definitely don't talk enough. We'll run into each other here and there. Probably see comments come in more than I see them. Sorry, man. All right, here. Come on, we're getting close to the end here. Let's finish this up. So what is it? The time is wondering if I should break it up and just pause this and do another video later with the soldering. That's probably the biggest thing. It's got one side of it is a little bit different. I'm gonna have to work it in a little bit more on the glass, I think, but what I'm gonna do is shift the tape so there's a little bit more to overlap on that surface. Something that I think would help. Just slightly, ever so slightly. Giving a little bit more tape to go on that surface. Jeez. Okay. Do it right here. Okay, that's all the tape. Done. Last piece. Okay, glass looks good. Sticks nicely today. I really think that has to do with the roughing up, grinding the edges first. Prepping that really helps. Maybe I didn't really need to move the tape over. Doesn't seem like it. I mean, it's sticking really good. And it's fine. Seemed like it didn't need the help. Okay, but we're still looking good. All the glass pieces are foiled nicely. It looks good. Even everywhere. Okay. Okay. All right. So I am gonna stop the video, and I think that's a good pause. Like, honestly, I don't want to jump right into it again and continue all this stuff. Plus, I got to pause for the soldering anyways. So may not be today to come back into the soldering, maybe the next day. So this is a good time to wrap it up. That's it. We got the foiling done, and we're ready for soldering next time. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.